Welcome back to the next episode of Let's Play Oxygen Not Included with me, Scruffy Joe, still with my hair in a ponytail, still recorded directly after having worn a hat on a cold day, and that's why I'm not quite as scruffy, and I apologise for that. If you have been with me all this time, you'll probably know roughly where we are, but if not, let me give you a quick recap. We have a nice little oxygen producing room up here. It's kind of semi-self-powering, which is cool. Half of it is being powered off its own gases. We've got a farm which people should be building at some stage in the very near future. Just do that so they can actually get to it. That's cool. Looking forward to that working. We have some sort of collection of Wii down here, which I think I mentioned at the end of the last episode because it's a bit of a problem. So I'm going to quickly address that problem first. Is it because I've to... yeah, it's okay. Is there going to be room? Yeah. I think we just need to switch this on. Somebody will fix that problem straight away. Now, I seem to remember... yeah, we've got 12 mush bars queued up because we are starving. Because I, like a lemon, forgot to make any food yesterday. In actual fact, as I make food, people will eat the food. So by the end of the day, we may even need more. So I'm going to stick that up to 16 and see how that goes. We are currently working on a little bit of science to give us some access to art kind of things, which is cool because it's always nice to live in not a rubbish place. I can turn the speed back up now. We do have one person who is getting very, very stressed, and that is Minky. And she's getting stressed. Why? Gabe mastered being an art student. Well done. So let's just have a look at where's the jobs thing. I'm sure it's somewhere here. Jobs. Let's just pause the game for a second. So she's getting very stressed because you need to have 8. And you don't. It's only got 6. Tricky. I don't really know what to do with that. I don't really want to knock her back down to being an apprentice miner. Because that, I mean, that would annoy me. If somebody did that to me, that would annoy me. I absolutely do not have a good enough base to move people onto tier 4 jobs. We do have some people over here with no jobs, and also we seem to have somebody called Lindsay, which is not a name I picked, so that's going to have to be fixed at some point. And poor old Blaze has got no job either. Me old mate Blaze from the YouTubes and the streaming. I think he's called Blaze Unique. Look him up, he's cool. Right, so that's a cool job. I'm going to make Blaze my gopher. Okay, what's Wednesday good at? I'm going to make Wednesday an apprentice miner. And I'm going to find Lindsay and change the name because I don't like the name Lindsay. I should say, I don't mind the name Lindsay that much. If you're called Lindsay and I've just offended you, I apologise. It's not your fault. You're not the Lindsay I don't like. I used to work with this woman called Lindsay. Right, what are you any good at? Not really any good at anything. Average at everything. Tell you what, become a groundskeeper. There you go. Right, we do need to think of a name for Lindsay as well. Need a Lindsay name. Ooh. I'm running out of water as well. See, this is why I need to really finish this and get a move on. Because we need to find a never-ending source of water. Now, there will be some out here somewhere. There'll either be a gas geyser or something like that, but there'll be something which will be a never-ending source of water. Because we are running out of water here, and that is a bit of a problem. We can move some of this water up here again. That's fine. Did we leave it connected? No, we haven't connected it. That's okay though, because we can just run it in there. This was all good clean water, isn't it? Hang on, let me double check that. Yeah. Obviously you wouldn't want this water getting into your I'm going to make my food out of this, because that is just like diarrhea in a tank. So they're playing the old let's try and kill ourselves game by working in a place where there's literally no air. Buildings are broken. A lavatory and electric. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hello! What happened there? What happened there? I'm gonna have to go and re-watch this now. How did we get polluted water in that? How did we get polluted water in that? How did that happen? Wow. Wow. Well, that's all gone a bit wrong. Let's anyway, let's sort that out. And let's just reprioritise this down to the 5s so that they do actually go and sort that out. Because we've got a bit of a piss waterfall. So this has all gone a little bit temporarily wrong. I'm not quite sure why or what caused it. I'm looking forward to going back and viewing this again, see if I can figure out when it happened. So the thing is, he's going to fix this now, and then it's going to get broken again. And we're going to have to repeat that process a couple of times, because it's got to basically going to break every time the bad water goes through it. So we're nearly there. Now, I'm still very, very fascinated to know is it because I've got this toilet wired the wrong way? Yeah, it is, isn't it? How have I managed that? Oh, that's weird. Something a bit odd's happened here. This is going to just take a couple of minutes to try and figure out, and I apologise for this because I mean that's probably too complicated, probably more complicated than it needs to be, and that's probably what's caused the problem. I mean that should not have that colour water in it. That should have nice water in it. How have I managed to get that so badly wrong? Right, let's just deconstruct that for a second. Let's just deconstruct that one for a second, and let's just deconstruct that one for a second, and let's just see what happens. That's gone wrong. The good news is that we have now processed all of the bad water, so once they fix this for the final time, it'll be good. The bad news is that while they've all been working on these things, 2 toilets have broken. And we are not making enough water. Fix the thing! Fix the thing. Fix the thing. No, I don't want you to do that. I want you to literally... There we go. Wow, this is how you can totally mismanage a colony by not paying attention. I'm just going to put it down on slow speed for a minute. I'm not going to stop playing entirely because that seems a bit like chickening out. We have, what, 8 minutes of this episode in which I will fix this problem and make it all good. Now, if you're sitting here watching, yelling at the screen saying, "What are you doing? You're an idiot. You've missed this really obvious thing," then, you know, for heaven's sake, phone me if you know my number. Right, let's just see where we are. Oh, crikey, there's a food shortage. How much of a food shortage? Not that much. Right. Concentrate. So that's going through there and along there and into there, which is what it should be. This is coming back down here, and that should be doing that. That's all fine. Right, this one. Should not be like that. No! Stop. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. Did you see what I just nearly did? In case you haven't worked it out yet, I just nearly poured polluted water in here. Like an absolute fool. Okay, so we're going to sort the food out. That's fine, don't need to worry about that. Don't need to worry about the air. It is just literally the water. Power's okay. Oxygen's okay, right. Right, okay, fine. So, there is nothing wrong with that. Now, is that powered in? No, it's not powered in. But that's okay, because I had another one running at the time which we didn't want, so we'll just turn that one off and turn this one on. We do also want to just mop up this wee, because we don't need a big pile of wee there, that's a silly idea. It would be great if someone could mop up their stuff as well, that would be ideal. And then I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this pipe full of urine, which shouldn't be here. Let's deconstruct that. It's going to cause a little bit of a puddle down here, but that's okay. So what should happen, right? What should happen is this one should come like that. Okay? So it comes out of the system, it goes down here like that. This one comes in here. Just need to wait for somebody to actually deconstruct that. Because if I try and build over it, it'll go all wrong. Also remembered I've got a cup of tea here which I've been sitting on for about 20 minutes. Probably a bit cold now. Okay, how is everybody? Is everyone still okay? Oh, they're all exhausted, look at them. Poor old Lindsay, whose name we need to change. Actually sleeping on a ladder. Minky is now hilariously stressed. I might have to take the job off Minky for a bit, just to let her calm down. I'm not sure if that helps. Can we clear up all this weed, you reckon? Can we get that done? I mean, that's talking about last cycle. I don't think that's a problem this cycle. Because we fixed it all. Okay, that's happened. Let's just do the doo-doo. Plumbing. Pipe. So what we want is a liquid bridge. Like that. And then we want just a pipe like that. And then this water can go there. That'll work. Right. What do you do if you get stressed? The reason I'm laughing is because I just read this little thing in the bio. Minky is named primarily after one of my cats. The idea that she's admired for her seemingly tireless work ethic is, well, it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Told you. That water would have been in this tank if I had not have done that. And we are now pumping some of this water into this tank. So we're not going to run out of water, and running out of water means you run out of food. We'll just get some more food. Number 10. We've got plenty of food, but it doesn't hurt to keep it going. Okay. I think we're going to be all right. I think we've had a little bit of a muck up there. I think it's going to be okay now. This is going to refill. This is going to empty out. Let's just double check. Yeah, it's already emptied out. That water is there. It's ready to go, ready to be flushed into the system if you need the toilet and you happen to be in the medical room. That's great. That's fine. What's in there? That's our polluted dirt, which is causing problems but then being immediately absorbed, so that's fine. Toilets are both fine, lavatories are both fine. I said it would take me about 10 minutes to fix it. It did take me about 10 minutes to fix it, but it is now fixed. This is getting there. There's no air in it, which is a slight problem. I can probably slightly speed that up a little if I prioritise those bits. And also these bits. That should get some air pumping in here a bit quicker, which would be... They don't need to put the roof on it, but they do need to allow the oxygen pipe to actually do its thing. That temporarily was out of power, which is a little bit alarming. That's all good. It's all good. I'm going to say that we've rescued that. We had a bit of a trauma and we have rescued it. Still somebody needs to fix the toilet. Let's just doink. Let's just do this so that it's fine for next time. We will get this room finished in the next episode. Then we'll start planting some stuff in it. We need to irrigate, which is fine. I'll show you how that all works. Not a problem. In fact, I do seem to have already done a little bit of piping stuff in there, which I'm going to quickly double check before I don't think I want it like that. I think you want it like this. And let's just... Liquid pipe, cancel build. Liquid pipe, cancel build. Liquid pipe, cancel build. Liquid pipe, cancel build. Whoops. Difficult to see what you're clicking on sometimes. Cancel that. Because what we want is the water to flow along the thing at the bottom and then individually pop up into each thing. And I will leave those last two like that. Cool. So yeah, everyone is or should be having their dinner. What's your problem? Too tired? The base has got enough food. This is a real situation though, so let's just, before this finishes, find Minky's job. Unassign. We're going to just get, for your health, for your own health, we'll put you back to being one of those for a bit. And hopefully that will prevent a massive a moment, because I can't remember what type of angry she becomes. Anyhow, they're all still alive, they're all largely fed, they can all breathe, the whole base isn't covered in polluted water. Nearly got a thing built for this, that's nearly got a farm. Might replicate and put another farm above that just so that we can have 2 farms on the go, because I mean, you can't really have enough food. It would be good to have more food. Now, one thing we need to think about as well, the other reason why we need to expand the base fairly rapidly is because... Where's the thermostat? It's all fine at the moment, but this soon becomes a bit of a problem, because this is obviously pumping out hot air. You don't want it to pump out hot air, you want it to pump out air at the right temperature. But these machines always being switched on, they do make a lot of heat, so it can be a bit of a problem. So this is going to be a problem in the future, and it will eventually cause the base to melt and everyone to die and become very uncomfortable. But hopefully before we reach that point we will find a nice ice biome, and then we can go and recreate this room in an ice biome, and then we can pump in air-conditioned air. Anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I've enjoyed making it. I am now going to stop. I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to go off and have a sandwich. I suggest you probably do something similar, unless you're not hungry, in which case don't have a sandwich. You know, maybe go for a run. Who knows? Thank you very much. Please join me next time. If you fancy pressing buttons on your computer, then there is a little one which has the word like next to it, and there's another one fairly nearby with the word subscribe. Hitting either of those buttons would be ideal. If you do hit the subscribe button, there is also then a little bell, which I recommend you hit, because then you'll see all of the various things that I post. And there's Twitter. Don't forget Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter. There's a link in the YouTube channel. Cool. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it, as I said, and I will see you next time. Take care now. Bye bye.